What up, my devil? Sensei-tutum here with another video for you. Gonna jump right into it. Gonna do an EOS Bitcoin update. This is the macro chart that we've had going for quite some time. Posted to Twitter last night. Asked if you guys wanted an update. At least 30 of you did. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that together. So we've been working on this chart with two potential possibilities. With a 1, 2, 3 for the low, for 4 up, down for 5, and then we got to go up for a big B and then down for a big C? Or is this an A, B, working on C? Now, I've said this many times before in the past. This can still be a B and this can still be a 4, although this would not be a 4. But this it would be more likely, in my opinion at the time, to be a 4. And I'm not so sure. I still feel that way. We can get into the account here in a bit and do a live update. Just, I have glanced at it, literally just glanced, but I can't look at a chart and not have thoughts. So sorry, I wanted to do a live update with completely fresh analysis, but just glancing, you have thoughts. Anyway, and we'll have to vet those out. So this is what we've been working with. And then before this count, just to go back to previous thinking, I had this count back last year. This was like last summer, shared for the members. And I said the low would come in here, and I thought that would be the 2. And we did hit this box perfectly, but I don't want to basically draw attention to that, but why has your thinking changed to? Why did your thinking change when we got here? Well, I guess it really came down to, it really came down to how quickly this retraced, and where I thought the rest of the market was. And I just didn't think that it was time for Bitcoin or EOS's bottom to be in versus Bitcoin. Although at the time, I think I did have a technical case for a low on the dollar pair. I can't remember now. I do recall that vaguely. That was, a long time ago, that we were talking about those things. And of course, had a lot of this sideways after that last, after this chart here. This actually came out to be a, let's see, I think the count ended up vetting out a little different, but basically we got super sideways here and then came down and hit that. So a lot of time passed is basically what I want to say, even between this chart and the low. So, had a lot of time to think and came up with these thoughts. And I still stand by these today. And I mean, it's not that hard to do that, looking at the price action. And I know a lot of people got angry the last video I posted on EOS Bitcoin just because, I pointed out that it was still in a bear market, at least in my opinion, against Bitcoin. Sure looks like it is, isn't it? And people always ask me, so what does that mean for Bitcoin? What does that mean? They basically, a lot of people try to imply things about the market based on a single chart. That's foolish in my mind. That's a fool's errand. If back here in May, if you would ask me if this is Bitcoin still in a bear market, I would have said, yeah, Bitcoin's still bear, because I had a bearish count on Bitcoin at the time, back when I made these targets way back here, I should say. But, guess what? It played out that Bitcoin's just not that EOS didn't do well against the dollar this year, and it's not doing poorly now. It's just that Bitcoin has done so well. So, and that was obviously one of the options on the table, but you're just guessing like that. I don't have, I don't do analysis that I haven't learned, right, from someone smarter than myself, right? And I don't know anybody that does analysis on multiple charts and makes inferences on one chart based on another. I know that there's probably smart people to do that, but I'm not that smart, man. That's why I trade Elliott Wave. It's super simple, and I try to teach it super simply. Anyway, I'm going on now, so we got to get into this analysis. But basically, where do I think we are now? So when we had this, I did, at the time that this came up, I put the 4 here, I put the B here. And that wasn't to say that this couldn't be a B if we came here. I just would, felt better about calling it a B had we come up to this level. We didn't get there. But in hindsight, I do think that this is a B here. And let's talk about why. So one of the big things is, let's go back to my thoughts way back here. I had this completing as a 3-wave here, which, both of these counts complete as a 3-wave down here, but one is a I'm sorry. Take that back. I had this completing as a 5 wave here on for the A count, and back here I had it completing as a 3 wave, which is probably why I went to this red count. Oops, real one. Okay, so why I went to this red count. But in hindsight, with this super sideways, and it does seem like this would be the 4 for this one. And let's go ahead and show that just with some geometry. So come down, break the channel, but not overly, not crazily. Let's throw in a log. That's a big, that's a big percent change move. So I would like to see what this does in log. And neither one comes down. In log, it breaks way better, way bigger, I should say. The 4 does. But let's see about projecting for the 5th, because clearly the arithmetic was not doing a great job there. We'll come from the 3. No, didn't make it. But if it came from the 1, makes it perfectly. And that 3 is quite long in relation to the 1. Oops. Especially in a logarithmic chart. Let's see. And even in an arithmetic, it's not as bad, but logarithmic, this 3 is a lot more percentage of the price than this 1 was, and it projects pretty well. So I just like this as an impulse, better than a 3 wave, and really it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just counts so well, right? Now, how do we come down here and continue this rip to where we got like a small, this was a smaller degree 4, like this chart had it at the time, smaller degree 4 down. I would feel better about calling that a 3 wave to this location, which would be a better case for a technical low for a 2 there. But, I'm thinking it's 5. So I do think we're in a B. We finished a B here, and that we're coming down for a C. So let's see what happens count-wise. Let's get over to this chart here where we've had some more work done. And we have to change some things up here. I thought we were, this was projecting for the higher B here because I felt better about this A ending here and B ending up here. And not to mention, this looks quite impulsive to this point, this move here. And there is a case, make a 3, 3, 5 here, right? So what really happened? Let's get into it. So I think the discount is right. And I did, like I said, I glanced at it. A, B, C, 3, and then 3 more up, right? So not a 5 wave, which would have made the technical low in here. So we have a WXY to put in this B here. Let's see, A, B, C, A, B. And then, so what I did was at the time, I was thinking, so we get it here. And it seemed more likely just because this is a small move relative to this. And you guys are going to probably eat me up because you can't see the chart right now. I don't want to delete the work, but yeah, this is a relatively small move relative to this. But, they're not out of this world. So let's actually measure and see what the relationship is. It's probably like a 382 to be quite honest. Okay, it's more than that. It's about 618. About 618, not bad. The second highest, we are at log. Second most likely relationship. So, it's not quite there, but it's not the worst double zigzag in the world, right? So, wait. So this can't be a double zigzag here though, right? But suffice to say, it's a 3 wave. This is not impulsive here, right? So this can't be a WXY, but suffice to say, it's a 3 wave zigzag type move, right? Okay, can we all agree there? Don't beat me up. All right. So then we have a 5 wave down. I would say this definitely looks 5 wave. So I was thinking flat to get up new highs. This looked impulsive. Well, guess what? We never got a 5th wave. So what are we doing now? We're going down to put in new lows. So this is fine here, this count as well. Now let's flip the measurements. So To and through golden corner pocket. Not bad at all. Don't care. Now we're putting in a 3-wave. Now, real quick, before we even start projecting all this, I think it's important to note that this is a big 1-wave. And yeah, this move is big in logarithmic terms, but let's measure that out arithmetically. So it's like 1,272 to tick. This 3 to this 1. Okay, good to know. So, you know, fractal nature of things. We have this big one. We have this big one. Let's go see what we can do, because I don't know that we can even get a 1-to-1 relationship here between this A, you know, proposed A, and this proposed C. Let's check. And by don't, I mean we can't get it. It's down here in the negative. So yeah, so we're not getting that, right? So what are we gonna get? We're probably already like pushing the 886. I do like this low here. I mean, this has been a very strong level of price action, right? All this time. This in here. Switch this to. Oh, I lost my. Let's do this. Sorry, fellas. That's what you get when you get live analysis. Was that the border? That's what I meant to do. Border can go to this. Sorry. Just to show and not be too gaudy on my chart. So we have a nice strong area of support here. And I want to, this is not even 1-to-1 yet. But look where 1,272 is, right at that level, right at this. So you know, this got lower than this. This got lower than this. So maybe this will get a hair lower than that, but sort of bounce right on this 1,272 potentially for a 3-wave. So just thinking about fractal nature of things here and, you know, price action that would make sense. I'm not even going to throw a count on this, fellas. Like, what do you want me to do here? 1, 2, 3. Maybe we're going to put in a 4 here. This doesn't seem like a good area for a bounce. We're quite oversold on the 4-hour. Quite oversold on the daily. I mean, this thing's going to bounce. And the, let's check the dollar pair real fast. I just want to see what we think it's going to do there. Oh, baby. Look at that. I've been talking for a long time to myself, actually, recording a video for the members that is going to be released later. Look at that. Hit the box perfectly, although I want to make a new low. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice, guys. I like this. Ooh, I like this. I've been stalking. I like this. Anyway, we're not. This isn't about the dollar pair. So yeah, I think that we're gonna get down in here, make a good technical case for a bounce. We could do it even now, soon, I should say, and then come down, put your 4 in, and then come down for, you know, maybe the 3 ends here again. So 3 to here, 4. And then 5, the C will come down probably to that relatively close to this level, which is the 618, this A. So let's just assume we get a bounce to here. We got a short, relatively short 3, and then we had a shallow 4. I'm just working on the fractal nature again, guys. Instead of necessarily high probabilities, we're looking at both right now, I should say. So this didn't even hit the 236 retrace. So. And then, what was the measurement on the 5th? Fifth was well short 1-to-1 the 1. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, no, I pulled that right. It was actually 3-8 to the 1 to the tick. Interesting. So it was like basically an extended 1 almost. You know, the 3 is longer than the 1, but I would say it's not an extended wave. So we had a long 1, long 3, short 5. So let's just pretend that that could happen again, and we're going to say that this 3 ends here. And obviously you can put your high probability stuff on here as well, but I'm just not going to do it for right now. So yes, we have this resistance, right? So even if we get above the 236, which the last move did not, let's say we go up to here, get rejected by that price, this price resistance, and then come back down. I'd say this is more the high probability retracement area. So let's just, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, so the 100, the high probabilities do take us down to here. But if we go with sort of mimicking this, we're going to get less than that. We're going to get something like this below the 236. And then this would be, let's see, something like that. So this would be the non-hot, this would be to mimic this. And then this would be this type of scenario here. Oops, would be your high probability. And this is to end the bear market against Bitcoin, by the way, fellas. It could take till this 2020. Who knows? I'm not doing any time analysis here. So looking at two different probable price pathways. I think this 3 does at least get down to this level. I mean, we're well, you know, this is kind of in a no man's land. We're longer than the first now, which is great. But we, you know, we're just not in any sort of probable Fibonacci relationship at the moment. You know, and we're kind of hanging in. We're kind of hanging in the, we're right here on this pivot point. So we have shown some significant price action. So we're hanging in this, you know, strong pivot area. So maybe it's a 4 of the 3 type of scenario. And I feel like I'm droning on and on here, guys. When I make these videos where I'm doing my analysis live, I feel like it's boring and that no one will pay attention. But then some of you guys tell me you like it, so I don't, you know, I don't know. Give me some feedback. If you hate it, please tell me, because the only feedback I ever get, you know, have in the past have gotten is that people like it. So, yeah. Thinking about these, yeah, I think this is where we're at. This is 2 probable price pathways. So yeah, that's what I got for you, boys. Toot out. And before I actually toot out you, I just want to draw attention back to this chart again that we've had going for a long time. You guys have seen this chart of mine. This is beautiful. I mean, this could be a beautiful 3-wave, man. You know, of course, it could be a 1-2, whatever. But, you know, that's what you're doing when you're trading, taking risks. It's been a bull market all year. So, I mean, you can stay bearish all you want, but, you know, trend is your friend until it's not. So I'm looking at a long in here. I like that. I was getting worried about this. You know, I have some recorded content discussing this move. I haven't released. Maybe I'll throw it out there. I don't know. Anyway, toot out.